Greetings, great ones. And we came here to make one. Let's get it. Welcome to another broadcast of A Loaded Life with Akmos Ari. Happy September. Well, not yet. Happy August 31st. And we're going to get into it. Yeah, let's do it.
I should let you know my Grandmaster has strange habits. I don't know whether he'll take you. That depends on your luck. We'll just have to go ahead and find out. Grandmaster! Grandmaster! Where are you?
You son of a bitch, stop yelling. Here I am.
Huh?
Hey! Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Grandmaster.
Ah.
Ow!
You good for nothing. Where have you been all this time? I hope you're not trying to starve me to death, eh?
I'd never do that. You gave me no money,
Huh?
but you wanted fresh meat. What am I supposed to do if I can't pay?
I've got faith in you, my lad. You'll make it yet. Hey! 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 Ah! Hold it! Eh? Yeah!
How's that? You okay?
You stupid bastard. What do you think you are doing? How dare you bring a stranger uninvited? What are you trying to do, to get me killed?
Grandmaster, you shouldn't say things like that. I would never do that. He is Song Yu Ting. He's a good man. And he wants to learn Kung Fu. So I brought him along to see if you'd like to have him as a student.
Abbott, I've been looking for a good teacher. He said you're an expert. I'd like to test you.
You want to be my student, and also you want to challenge me. Both of you want me to demonstrate my Kung Fu, but it isn't so simple.
Try again.
I have heard that you are an expert. Well, my guess is you are afraid to fight me because you're not confident you can win.
Huh, you're a stupid young fool. Hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
What a stink! Oh, bull!
It stings. You're the one doing the smelling. Better show me some respect, you young pup. Oh, I'll have to punish you. Do you still want to fight me then?
No, I don't. I've seen enough to know you're an expert. Please, let me be your student. Teach me Kung Fu.
I don't want you. Why should I? What use are you to me? I don't need to have any students.
Grandmaster, this... ow!
You've said enough. You'd better quickly get this fellow out of here. If your superior finds out he's here, you'll be in deep trouble, my boy. Go! Jack of all trades, but master of none. Too bad, too bad.
Huh? I've an idea. Hey, don't worry. I think I know a way he'll take you on. But you must do what I say.
All right. All right. All right. So first things first. All right. Let's do this. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. Okay. Let's raise this up a little bit. All right, that should be good. All right. Let your soul glow. Yeah. Yeah. Greetings, everyone. This is Akmo Sari once again, and this is A Loaded Life with thee. So, listen. I'm going to say this unapologetically, all right? There's beauty in us all. And if you have luscious, luxurious locks, hair, be proud, flaunt it, be thankful, be grateful, because it's power. It's antenna. You know, it's all of that. And if it's healthy, then you're wealthy. So if you want to sport it, flaunt it, show it off to the world, whether you a male, female, anything else, do that. You know, now for those who saw my previous few videos, you saw that I had it in a different style, that I had my hair did, and it was done by one of my beautiful sisters. And so because there was so many strands locked up in thicker locks, when I took them out yesterday, we got the as my sister would say, Anunnaki, the Elohim look, the anointed, the highest of the highest. So that's what it is, you know. So I'm not going to apologize for the look of my hair. I'm not going to apologize for the luxuriousness of my hair. You know, whatever none of us can have it all. Some of us have more physical attributes that stand out than others. Some of us have more mental attributes that stand out more than others. Some of us have more spiritual attributes. Some of us have more emotional intelligence than others. Some of us have more financial acumen, more economic literacy than others. Whatever it is, we all make the world go round. So whatever your thing is, you're adept at that. Maybe you're a master at that. And somebody else is a master at something else. So for me, my hair is my favorite physical trait on me and what I am attracted to in women. So it goes both. It's like a mirror situation. You know, it's one of my top 2, top 3 physical traits on me. And in women, it's one of my top 2, top 3, if not my top 1 that I am attracted to and drawn to. Yes, I said it. So it's power in it, you know, and yeah, maybe you're the master of that one thing. Maybe you're a jack of all trades. In this particular broadcast, we are going to get into, are you a jack of all trades or a master of one? And which is more fun? Let's get into it. You know? So we led with a clip from probably one of the top 10, definitely top 20 most well-known prominent kung fu flicks of all time. It's called Shaolin versus Lama. All right? Shaolin versus Lama. Allow me to demonstrate the skill of Shaolin, the special technique of shadow boxing. you know, you heard it on the Wu-Tang Clan's classic album. I mean, they have a few classic albums. But I played that because in that clip, you heard references to Master, Grandmaster. You heard reference by the Grandmaster saying to the novice, Jack of all trades, master of none. Too bad, too bad. Implying that from his perspective as a master, as a grandmaster, it is better to be a master of one than of none. It is better to be a master of one than to be a jack of all trades. Because if you can master one thing, you are successful. You have become adept at something. You have put in the work. You've put in the hours. You've put in the time. You've put in the study. You've put in the energy. And you have attained the skill. You have attained the resource. You have attained the power, prowess, the knowledge to be able to achieve at a very high level, an extremely high level if you are a master. Versus, in contrast, if you're a jack of all trades, you know how to do different things to a decent to good extent. But you're not very good at any of them. So there's pros and cons to both approaches. All right. And with this particular broadcast, we're going to get into it. So thank you all for watching this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a message. And you can see the shirt that I'm wearing is also in alignment with the modus operandi of this particular broadcast. And I just really want us to think about, what are we a master of? Now, it's been said in order for you to be a master, you have to, have put in, turn my mic down just a little bit. To be a master, let me check how I'm sounding online. It's been said that to be a master, you have to have put in 10,000 hours of something for you to have reached a certain level of mastery of your craft, of your art, of your skill level, of your trade. 10,000 hours. How many days? You calculate that. It's putting in work for sure. So my question to you, ponder, pontificate, think about, what have you put in that amount of hours towards being adept at? What is it? What is it? What have you done? What have you did? If you haven't done that, don't overly judge yourself. We're all on a journey. We're all on a path. Some of us have, some of us have different destinations. And we're all on our own time. So focus in on your journey. If you're not a master of one, what are you jack of trades of? I want to research something. I want to research where the term comes from. Jack of all trades. If you are a jack of all trades, excuse me, what are they? It says, according to Google, it says the phrase was originally used to describe a playwright who was always hanging around the theaters. He would help with the stage, the set, and the costumes. He would remember the lines and try directing. The so-called jack of all trades was in fact William Shakespeare. Well, we know that Shakespeare was certainly not just a jack of all trades, but he was a master poeter. And in essence, a master of theater. A master of wordplay. A master of word wizardry, one might say. Shakespeare. Well, I've been to Shakespeare's birthplace in the UK. Because I am a master of word wizardry. Yes. Akmosari. So yeah, you know, the bulk of my life, it seems, you know, I've identified. Everybody has their own journey. Let me raise up on y'all. Let me raise up on y'all fools for a minute. Hold on. Let me raise up on y'all fools. You know, let me see, how am I looking, y'all? Let me just check my dimensions real quick. That's all. Give me just a moment. All right, we're good. So in my household, at some point, me and my siblings would have a conversation about, you know, what we're good at, our interests, our passions, which direction we should go in life. And, you know, I recall me having a few conversations with a sibling or two, maybe one brother and one sister. And it was something along the lines of, you know, it seems like a lot of us as a siblinghood are a jack of all trades, in the sense that a lot of us can do different things pretty good, you know, from writing to being skilled with our hands, being a handy person, being an artist, being a creative, being able to play a sport, being able to have, you know, an entertainment skill, being able to improv, being able to be very skilled at math or English, like the academics, you know. It's like we can do several things very, very well. Trying to see how the lighting is looking. But there was nothing very glaring that was like, this sibling is an absolute master of this particular thing. Now, over time, a few of us would eventually become that. You know, in my family, we have a baker. We have a barber. You know, we have an officer. We have teachers. of all kinds. We have a myriad of different skills and trades, you know. We have a woodworker, landscaper, you know. It's a myriad of different things. And I think that, speaking for me now, I've always admired somebody who you look at them and you see them either in, you know, growing up as a kid or in high school or in college or just out in the world. You see them in their craft, at work, in their profession, and you see how adept they are, be it an architect, an engineer, a janitor, a mathematician, a basketball player, a pop vocalist, a talk show host. When you see somebody in their craft and you see how great they are at it and how in real time they're able to improv, to not be thrown off, or if they're thrown off for a split second, they get back on track with professionalism and make it seem seamless, and they keep the show going. They keep the broadcast going. They keep the event going. They keep the game going. That is a master. Now, I would posit being a master means that you are always ready, you are always prepared. You are amongst the highest and wisest on this planet Earth. Why? Because if somebody were to put a microphone in front of your mouth, in front of your face, if they were to turn the cameras on and begin to interview you, or say, let's observe this human being in their highest form. Let's observe them doing something that they are the best at. In a moment's notice, because you have mastered your craft and mastered your skill, you can begin to perform or take on that task almost flawlessly, seamlessly. It's hard for somebody to be a master at something, be it making a paper crane or someone building an actual crane for building construction. When you watch somebody who is a master at their craft in real time, it's really hard to get bored at it. You're just observing, watching, and you're learning. And you're kind of in awe. So a master is always ready to go, always ready to perform their craft, always ready to share with the world the thing that they have spent potentially the most time on honing in, or the thing that comes most natural to them as a human. Whichever way it comes, be it naturally or so much time intentionally put into it, mastering it, when you see it, it is something to behold. It is something to be in awe of. And so that to me is a human at their highest and their wisest. That is you being on purpose. That is you being on your path. That is you being on your mission. And you know, we're born. As I touched on in previous episodes, we're all winners. And so for you to be able to perform at that level, you're on purpose. You know, doesn't matter if it's one of your purposes, your main purpose, you're on purpose. And that is to be applauded and to be celebrated. So that's always a benefit. You know, if you can make some money or make some capital from that in real time, anybody who is a master at something, in essence, can always be able to make financial capital. You know, now based upon what it is, that capital might be more than other things that people might be adept at. So that's the pro, or that's the upside. The con could be whatever you use to master your craft, whatever tools you use, if those tools are not available for any reason or they are compromised, now what will you do? If you are a woodworker and you work with your hands, if you are, you know, a master at something that takes the fine motor skills of your fingers in your hands, and you have rheumatoid arthritis that has onset out of nowhere, how will you then be able to continue to master your craft? You will have to reset, reformat, try a different approach. You may have to find something else to be a master at. That's challenging, because if you spent your whole life, if you spent 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 hours doing something, and all of a sudden in a moment's notice or over time, if you're not able to do that at a high level, I'm sure that can't be a good feeling. That's no way does that feel good. You know, that's actually very unfortunate. And I'm experiencing that on some level. So I had to, shift gears. And that's why we're here. Now, jack of all trades. You can do multiple things pretty well. You can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now, the pro to that, or the upside to that, is that if you know how to do multiple things, you can also be able to generate capital. Because if you do that and that doesn't work, you do that. See if that works. If that doesn't work, you do that. Your brain is more formatted to be malleable in that way, to be able to try different things, to be able to feed yourself, to be able to try different things to see what hits, see what works. And I'm also in the process of doing that with this particular channel, you know, A Loaded Life with Akmo Sari, is that there are a myriad of different things that I'm very passionate about, and I'm identifying what may speak to you all the most, what may stand out the most, what topic matter that we touch on really piques your interest the most. So when I see if I cover a topic matter, it gets a significant amount of subscribers or likes or views, then I know, okay, to pay attention to that. And that will go at the top of the list versus something else. You know, so being a jack of all trades, you can always kind of switch it up, try different things, see what works. And it's just a form of malleability. The downside to that is, can you truly go deep when you're doing that one thing? Or because you're not a master of it, you're going to have to bail ship halfway through it, because there's only a certain level that you can go before you start to realize, I'm not a professional at this. I'm not a pro. I'm not very skilled at this. This is where I think I should probably stop or halt and let a professional in this area come in and do that. Let a master in this area come in and do that. So, know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Time to switch gears. You know, and if it's something that's super important, and if you're a jack of that trade, and somebody asks you to do something that is a sensitive topic or a sensitive task to them, and you're not able to handle that at a high level, jack of all trades, jack of a trade, you might get jacked, because you might jack shit up. And that's not what you want for yourself. That's not what you want for them. So you got to pick and choose. I think that it's good. It's good. You're in a good place. You're in a good starting place if you're able to at least be one or the other. If you're able to at least be a jack of a few trades or a jack of all trades or a master of one, you're in a good place. In contrast, if you're not a jack of any trades, when we say trades, we mean a skill set. All right? Something that you can do that provides value to another. Be it cleaning, be it drying, be it cooking, be it building something, whatever it is, a trade, a skill. If you're not a jack of anything, and you don't know how to, you think that you don't know how to do anything well, because for one, you're incorrect. If you think that you are a jack of nothing or just a jack of one thing, I think that you're incorrect. I have more quote unquote faith in you than that. If you've been around on earth for some decades, you're at least a jack of a few things. You're a jack of a few things. Just ask the people around you. Or just film yourself, observe yourself. Go into your mind. Observe your life. Observe your past. Or just ask people around you. What am I good at? What am I decent at? And they'll say at least one or two things. So I don't think that you should ever sell yourself short and just say that you are a jack of nothing. No, you are a jack of at least something. But what's concerning is that in your mind, if you think and if you feel in your emotional body that you are not like skilled, or you're not a jack of anything, you're just floating in life. You're just floating in space. Like, you're just existing. Like, what are you doing? You're a winner. This life is precious. It's loaded. Don't waste this time. You won't be able to get it back. So, what are you good at? Think about it. Take some time. Invest the time to find out. You know? So I say it's base level, baseline to identify, at least a few things that you're good at and have that be the starting point to move forward towards success. The goal is to always move forward. The goal is to always become or try to become more whole as a human, to have a more enriched life. So if you try different things, try different things. The reason why this particular broadcast is called A Loaded Life with Akmo Sari, because in general, I think that my life is loaded with so many experiences that I want to share with the world. Because I think that there's value in these experiences that have wisdom or wisdom that you can gain from, that you can gain a benefit from, that will save you time and energy of making a mistake, that will save you time and energy of bumping your head trying to figure something out, or just listening to and observing another human being's experiences just makes your life more whole. And or maybe you can connect with me, connect with that human who is sharing, and see yourself in them and see them in you. It just makes the more, life experience more whole. So in general, I think this life is loaded with so many experiences. I think my life is loaded with so many experiences. So I think this life is loaded with so much to choose from in general. And then on the macro level, that's the macro. On a micro level, I think that my life is so loaded. And that's privilege. That's an honor. And it's something that I've worked towards as well. So you have so much to pour from. You have enough to pour from. So don't think that you're just a jack of nothing. A jack of some trades. Jack of trade. Jack it. If you got an ear hustle, if you got a volunteer, if you got an intern, in turn, you're going to get a skill from it. And the more time you spend on that skill, if you can get to that 10,000 hour point, you will eventually become so adept, so good at it, then so great at it, that you will eventually become a master of your craft, a master of your trade, a master of your skill set. You will become a master at that one thing. Now, the highest amongst us on planet Earth are those, I think, that are a master of multiple things. If you have a jack of all trades or a jack of some trades, if you can meet somebody who's a master of some, not just one, Anunnaki, Elohim, Angelos, the angels, the supreme, the anointed. So either way, I think breeds success. That's what I'm getting at. Which is more fun, which is the question of this particular broadcast. A jack of all trades or a master of one, which is more fun? I think in the short term, a jack of all trades is fun. It's good to explore, experiment as a child, as a younger person, even as a younger adult, to see what works best for you. That's most of our journey and our path. Some of us, when we're a child, because I'm fresh off of watching US Open tennis, most of these professional tennis players get a tennis racket put in their hand anywhere from age 3 to age 8 on average. You know, great musicians start playing drums or start singing or citing and writing music at 7 or 8. Some of us already have what that thing is by the time we turn a grown-up, or turn an adult. I would posit, or I've observed, that the majority of us, we need a little bit more time to experiment and to explore to find out what we're really good at or what we really, really like to do, what we're passionate about, what speaks to us. And so we got to make a choice and choose one. But that's a good path to be on. You'll find that as you do that, your life becomes loaded with experiences, with different options. Now, there's a point that sometimes too many options can become a burden. So you don't want to be trying too many things for too long. That's why I stated a few minutes ago, in the short term, to be a jack of some trades is fun. You know? I think it's more fun. Now, in the mid to long term, I think being a master of one is the way that you want to go. And that's more fun. A master of one is more fun long term. You know, being a master of one as a child, sometimes it requires you to sacrifice a great amount of time and energy. And so you may not, for a lot of people who are masters at a very young age, oftentimes they have that sacrifice or that compromise of them not really being able to explore the other aspects of growing up as a child. And so they might miss out on certain things that most children or very young people may have explored that rounds them out as a human. So that's the downside to being a master at a very young age. But the upside is that you've gotten a head start on your mastery and your success. So when you turn 18, you're like, I got it. Y'all trying to figure it out and explore it. I got it. Boom. I'm gone to the top. You know, but again, it seems to be those kinds of people, beings are in shorter quantity. So midterm, you know, when you get into the early 20s, you know, and then moving into the 30s, and long term in life is 40, 50, 60, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s. I think it's best to be a master at one. That's more fun because you will be able to provide, I think, leave a greater impact. The deeper you can go into something, the more depth you can explore in something, I think the more enriched you become, or the more valuable, since this is about value, the more valuable you become to more people, because they see you as walking around as a master mathematician, a master magician. If acknowledgement is magic, then I'm your personal magician. That's what the Compliment King says. A master esthetician, whatever it is, you provide more value for others around you because of that skill set that you have. And so they want you around to utilize you. Some people want to use you. You just keep on using me until you use me up. And some people want to utilize you, your services, the product that you made. So there's value in that. And if there's value in that and there's value in you, then there's capital. There's the want for your presence, for your mind. So I say go forth and go for it. Be a master. Right now, as it pertains to media and technology and media, I'm moving out of the I'm still in the novice stage or stages, but I'm making my way into intermediacy. Definitely nowhere near a master. Now, I may be a master at certain things as it pertains to knowing me and being comfortable with me and certain things that I do or can do. But that's different than being able to transmit that, you see? That's different than being able to transmit that by way of this platform, by way of this medium of creativity and expression and exposure. That's different. You know, you have to transmute or reconfigure it. And so I'm still in the novice stages, making my way towards intermediacy stages because I'm here. And I look forward to that. So that's my sharing. That's my build on which is more fun, you know, and I want to talk about it. I know that I tend to start a bit late for my most recent broadcast, and I'm attempting to change that. And once I change that, once we change that, I'll have more people here and we can chat it up because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the pros and cons for you and the choices that you've made to be this or be that. The benefits that you see and what you're working on and what life you got going on. You know, what are you playing big at? What are you digging into? I want to hear about it. You know? And so we're going to do this real quick. So, you know, we started out with the you know, you saw the fight scene in Shaolin versus Lama and how he was, you know, a novice, at least to the Grand Master. He was a novice. And it's a process, you know. And so now I want us to have a look at what it is to be in process, which is where I think this is essentially where I'm at right now. This is essentially where I'm at right now, where you see my guy right here at. This is where I'm about at, I would say. He's getting better, though. He's getting better. He's getting better. He's getting better. For sure. So then we go to where I want to be. We go to where I want to be. Thank you all for your patience. This is the breath and the mastery of where I want to be and where I'm going and where we're going.
That's good. Now you have mastered breathing. You'll find your strength much increased.
Thank you for teaching me.
Now you have to remember the principle of mercy. Kung Fu is for killing. There is a contradiction to resolve here. If mercy is in your heart, and you truly have faith, you'll find your Kung Fu will improve rapidly.
It's just bonus wisdom right here.
When your master died, he requested the chief abbot to let you stay with me. He wanted you to learn the secret style of the Shaolin Buddha finger, because only that style is capable of defeating Yao Feng. The basic thing is to concentrate all your power into one point. You can imagine the blow. It can easily kill. That's why you use it rarely. Don't forget what I say. Oh. Now you can do it. Listen. Softer the better.
Softer the
You'll
better.
find it difficult to break it. If you want to use your finger, you'll have to train hard every day. All right, try it again.
This is like 3/4, y'all. He getting there. He getting there. He getting there. It's gonna take hard work and dedication. And here we go. This is the mastery right here.
Cheating!
What you know about that? What you know about that? That's the mastery right there. That's where we want to get to. That's where we want to go. Now, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you the end of, how things turn out, but I just wanted you all to see that. So, this is the mastery right here, though. All right. So we're gonna leave it at that for now. And just the stages. of being a jack of all trades, as the master said, jack of all trades, of where he was at as he was fighting, and he got that tail torn up by the master easily. So then you see, okay, he's moving his way from novice to intermediate. He's doing a bit better. He's got a support system. He's got the master. He's got his classmate, his friend, his cohort, who's also a student making his way into, someday being a master. He's got him there. So he's got that support system, and we all need a support system to go from being a novice to being a master. You don't do it all by yourself. Remember that. You don't do it all by yourself. You are the superstar. You are the cog in the engine. You are the thing that makes this thing go. You're the motor. However, we all need support. We all need that infrastructure. And so you saw in the clip that I showed his infrastructure, his support system, and you saw him struggling to get better. And then you saw the next step is he was 3/4. He had mastered something that he needed to master on a micro level, the breath, which allowed him to be able to master the larger self for the task that he was taking on, if you watch the film. So then you saw him being able to master the Buddha finger. Now, what's the final outcome of that mastery? You got to watch the rest of the film to find that out. But we just representing, the Asian culture, the Chinese culture in particular, as it pertains to Kung Fu films, which is overall my favorite form of film, are the Kung Fu joints. I'm from the Northeast of America in modern times, so that's just what it is. So that's the mastery. That's where I want to get to. And you're going to bear witness to and be a part of my trajectory. And I need your support. I need your infrastructure, or at least I want your support. I want the support because I need the infrastructure and I need the support. So I'm asking of that. So let's continue the journey. Let's continue to move forth. Let's continue to have fun. So right now, it's okay to be a jack of all trades. But at some point, you want to be a master of one. Start with yourself. Start with the breath. And with that, this is A Loaded Life with Akmos Ari. And make sure you stay tuned for the next one. And make sure you stay in tune. Peace.